Hello again. Grown Black folks talk. Grown conversation about social media, the metaverse, and what's to come. Now, this is grown conversation. And by that, I don't mean adult language. I mean that if you are not grown, you're not going to like this because I'm about to tell you to go discipline your social media or shut it down. And I'm going to now explain why in brief. A lot of us out here doing things, stunting on social media in ways we know we better not show up like that in person. And remember that yesterday we talked about basic vetting and research, and that previously we've talked about circles of getting into circles that are safe. You know that people in circles who have higher level life and also higher level evil do the very same kinds of vetting and research that I'm advising you to do before you ever show up. So if your life is out of order on social media, if you are displaying the characteristics of someone who's unstable and unfit for civilized communication and environments, you know that by the time you show up, everybody already knows that. See, your social media is a public record. You got to be careful how you come out here. This is your public record. It's like you standing in the middle of the street in every country in the world where English is understood, or where pictures are understood, or where videos and images can be understood, and making a record about who you are and how you're going to show up. And speaking of which, let's go up another level. You live in a world in which facial recognition software is being used for access to higher spaces. Guess what? About 10 years ago, it was discovered that some of the countries that are leading in this kind of developing this software are not using Africans and African diaspora faces as recognized as human beings. Now, when you recognize that China is in the process of recolonizing Africa, you can also understand why this might be occurring. Uh, Asians, of course, are going to include Asians in the catalog of human faces, and they know that they have to include the face of Europe. Guess who they're not going to be likely to want to do to justify their colonization of Africa? So now you're going to run into situations. Now, this was found out. This was on 60 Minutes 10 years ago. So this was found out. But the issue is, we can't make a private company in another country do anything. Africa and the African diaspora cannot make China do anything, because if we could, they wouldn't be able to colonize Africa, right? And we also can't do anything about private companies in the West who have not given up their racist ideas about Black people, who want to include this software to be able to discriminate in a way that most of us will not be aware of. And so now we're talking about facial recognition software when it comes to day-to-day security for certain things, but also for the metaverse. All these things about cryptocurrency, blockchain, the metaverse. Out there, code is law. So whatever is encoded is law. All of this leads to a situation in the future where if the record of your life online is that you're out of control and undisciplined, you're going to be completely shut out. Which is why you need to discipline your social media or get rid of it. Like I said, this is for those of you that have grown only. But like I said, the same way that I taught you yesterday about basic vetting and researching, people are going to do this to you in a major way. When you show up for a job today, people go through your entire social media. This has been going on for a while. When someone of common sense gets ready to make you a friend, gets ready to make you a business partner, gets ready to consider you as a romantic partner, these things are already done. But in a coded environment in which your humanity may be questioned all over again because the codec doesn't have people with your features, your second line of being received, because you will not always be able to convince a human being. You will not always be able to interact with a human being who will relate to your shared humanity. Oh no, not in the decentralized future. You either have the record or you don't. And so if you're not building a record like that, you need to stop trashing yourself. You need to start building the record you're going to need. Like I said, conversation for grown. If you're not grown enough to appreciate this, I have a right to go online and do it. Yes, you do. Do not say that you were not warned. I use this to relax and blah, blah, blah. I understand. But I'm telling you now what's coming down the pike in the next 10 to 15 years. This is only for you to receive. This is grown Black folks talk, but this is a grown section. I'm letting you know what's coming. You take it and you do whatever you need to do with it. But I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. It puts you in a more secure position also as people of substance, as people who are getting things done, are going to continue to get things done in the world. Look at you and be like, this is somebody I can work with. This is someone who can add to what I'm doing and who will go past the code and get you in there where others are going to stay outside. But again, it's for you if you grown. Everybody else, come back when you grown and you got tired of being shut out. This video will be here for you. I'm not going to even put ads on any of these older videos we get to before ads are possible. If you see one, that's just YouTube just doing what it's doing now. But I'm not going to add this. When you're ready, come back. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm going to post this up in the morning. You think about this all day before you go on social media. Hopefully, I can at least make you think. Thank you for watching. And hello, and thank you to all my new subscribers and my older subscribers who are still with me. Goodbye.